Hi, I'm Palwasha Sharwani with HCDP. Thank you for joining me during Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month as we meet some of today's most inspirational AAPI community leaders and activists. We are here today with Hena Rafiq, who is a former AAPI constituent organizer during the 2020 election and a current member of the Desi Blue chapter here in Texas. Thank you, Hena, for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Yes. So we have just a few questions today. First, what does AAPI Heritage Month mean to you?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think about AAPI Heritage Month probably until maybe 2020 or 2019 when I sort of started organizing and working in the space and thinking about like what does the title of AAPI mean and what are the political benefits and sort of community benefits of using a term and sort of celebrating our shared heritage. But I think for me now it's like a month to both recognize like the accomplishments of the AAPI community, but also sort of further move beyond like the model minority myth and break through sort of preconceived notions about the community, and also a month to like continue to build coalitions among the very diverse body of AAPI community members they are. I think the terming AAPI works in some political circles, but is very sort of a diverse band of individuals. And I think for me, at least what I saw last year was like we used this month as a way to sort of leverage our shared history in order to move forward on different initiatives that really benefit and push forward our community. I think we're seeing a lot of that right now as well, which to me, that means a lot and is really exciting.
When did you become more politically involved in the Asian American rights movement or our visibility movement?
For me, particularly what drew me into doing this work for the AAPI and Muslim communities was like, that's like a part of my identity. And I think going back to what I was in college, like I was someone who had a political science degree, yet I didn't feel engaged or invited into the sphere of politics. And I felt like that was such a missed opportunity. Like if I had seen more people that looked like me, or I'd seen more people getting engaged in community specific organizing, I could have seen myself doing more. And so I now have the like the tools and the resources and the background to now get a position where I could do that full time. I was like, this is something like I really want to do. And I think it's really critical for the 2020 election cycle. And along the way, I just like learned so much about the community and what that work really means. I will say like the things I learned after I did it are even like the benefits were even more than like what I knew I would be getting myself into. But I think like for me, at least, like that's some of the inspiration.
Can you describe some of the work you've been involved with Desi Blue and talk about what Desi Blue is exactly? People
Yeah,
who aren't
actually.
there.
So Desi Blue is a play on words. It's supposed to refer to the Desi community, South Asian community, more broadly speaking. But basically, Desi Blue was an organization that was started in California in 2018 by a bunch of activists that were super excited to work on a couple of rad congressional seats, which do exist in California, shockingly. But then they saw some really good opportunity both to scale their sort of premise and their concept nationally. Specifically, we're really excited to do it in Texas. And so they came down during the 2020 election cycle to help get chapters started in all of the major cities here. And so I helped spearhead some of that while I was working for the Texas Democratic Party. And then sort of we brought it together into a board with our sort of distinct chapters. But our focus really is on doing AAPI organizing, but specifically for the South Asian communities. I think my favorite fact to share on sort of what the outcome of a lot of that was, and this is by no means only because of Desi Blue, I think this is like the labor of activists who have been working on this for many, many years, including those at HCDP. But basically what we saw was in 2016, about 50% of registered Desi voters turned out to vote. So this is just thinking about the registered population, not the general pop. Our estimates currently show that in 2020, that number was 78%, which is just absolutely like amazing growth. So there we go. Yeah, snaps.
Okay, Hena, thank you so much for joining us today and participating in this beautiful series that HCDP has put together.
Yes, thanks for having me.